I obviously I got in touch with you to talk about Battle Slam, but you know, as it stands, it's I'm gonna air this after Monday. So I don't know. I'm stuttering because I'll put a pause in there for editing, but Monday's episode of AEW Dark Elevation, uh finally getting a big win in AEW. That was your 51st match with the company. The first one was April 29th, 2020, way back, if you want to think of it that way, the Norcross shows, if anybody's been following. How's it feel kind of getting that win after that many matches?
Um, it was kind of euphoric. it was very euphoric. In my hometown, Atlanta, Georgia, the first win, even though it was not something I anticipated going through,
Mm-hmm.
nor wanted to go through. Having that first win in front of my people in my city and all those people there in Atlanta and hearing their reaction and seeing the reaction, it only felt right. So it was definitely euphoric. It was definitely crazy. It was definitely a time for celebration.
Now, obviously, quite a bit of people had fun with it on social media, including yourself. I know Jordan Grace kind of razzed you quite a bit over the last few months about it with that one image of yourself looking in disbelief. But something that you just said kind of caught my interest. Like, did you really, were you vocal about not wanting that to happen, or was that just something that sort of built over time?
As far as what?
As far as not winning the match because you said you didn't expect it, was that something that you were vocal about, like, hey, I'd like, you'd like this streak, quote unquote, to become a thing, or did it just kind of happen organically?
Um, it happened organically. I don't think nobody wanted ever lose 50 matches in a row.
Well, I mean not
I
50, but I mean after a certain
don't.
point where they like, oh, hey, you're like 0-7, or whenever somebody like kind of noticed, was it like a conscious decision to maybe at some point be like, oh, hey, let's keep going with it as long as I can, as long as it's entertaining for, my fan base or whatever it may be, like anything like that ever come up?
No. I mean, this is the most organic thing, maybe, one of the most organic things maybe that happened in wrestling. All I know is that there was never any discussion about it or anything. It was just that um, I debuted at the Atlanta tapings during the pandemic when they had to close down and move everything to Atlanta. When I debuted against Sean Spears on Dynamite. Um, and from that point on, I knew management and liked me, and they wanted to use me going forward from that day. And I just happened to be the guy that they used a lot, and it just happened to be ended up being this 0-50 losing streak. So yeah, like I said, it was not something that I anticipated happening, or if any wrestler wants to happen, but
Mm-hmm.
it just happened that way. So it really was not something that was planned. And I'm being so serious with you with that. It's not, it just happened to turn out to be that way. We
Mm-hmm.
once everything moves to Jacksonville, and it was only a certain amount of people they was able to get in contact with during that time, because COVID was really shutting down everything. So it was just really all the guys that really helped out at the Atlanta tapings and in the suburbs in Norcross of Atlanta ended up coming to Jacksonville, the daily place, to help film. So
Mm-hmm.
I was one of many, like Preston Vance, Lee Johnson, Captain Sean Dean, Alan Angels, Anna Jay. Just a huge list of people who now are synonymous with AEW brand and on everything, um, like so. So I just ended up being part of that group and being used consistently. And then, after a while, that number started, adding up. And then, here we are, the big 0 and 50. So,
Yeah. Well, congratulations again. As you said, you're still being used to this day. That group, like every single one of those names, I mean, with the exception of Alan, who just left, but still getting that name recognition, the notoriety in different ways. But one thing I did want to ask about, and this kind of goes to your point about the pandemic, like you hear so often, especially in recent years, about like these wrestling hotbeds or like indie territories where it's like you hear so much about Ohio was like the one everybody talked about for a while, and then Chicago and California and the Northeast. But like, especially with what you guys are doing, I feel like the Southeast, especially Atlanta, like you're really starting to see how much talent is down there. Just the independent scene, Atlanta, like just kind of becoming sort of like a, I don't even want to say an up and coming territory, but like it's sort of like one of the hot scenes right now where
yeah,
Atlanta is getting a lot of attention. The Southeast is getting a
yeah.
lot of attention that it maybe didn't have like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think even pre-pandemic, it was Atlanta was in a real not so great state.
Mhm.
And just being straight honest and transparent with that, the independent scene was just not in a great state. There was just really no really predominant independent promotion really pushing the area forward, pushing the city forward, or even pushing the region forward in the independent scene. So this is why all this talent is now starting to surface, because people didn't get to see it, because this talent, most of these talents wasn't able to be showcased in the Atlanta local area due to the scene being a little bit stagnant. So this is what really started the whole idea of bringing Terminus and Battle Slam to life. These were
Mhm.
two ideas that was always planned, but it came at the right time. And now that you see Terminus and Battle Slam really leading the charge and really revitalizing Atlanta and the whole independent scene of Atlanta and in the whole state of Georgia, now you're starting to see all the great talent that were basically suppressed or basically was not being showcased.
Mhm.
Now you see how great a lot of people are from the city. And I'm glad, I'm happy, and I'm proud that Terminus and Battle Slam is definitely holding the reins in Atlanta now and pushing things forward and leading the way.
Battle Slam, the Takeover, is the next event. Uh, I don't know if anybody, how many people know about this, but obviously you guys have been paying tribute to the Def Jam fighting games. This is one of the PSP games that came out. Were you a fan? Were you a fan of portable consoles? Or are you a console guy? Did you like, were you a PSP adapter?
It's funny. A lot of people don't know about that version of Def Jam Fight for NY.
Okay.
A lot of people miss that, and everybody was like, "Oh man, they're gonna name the next show Icon." I'm like, y'all forgetting one game, and I
Yeah.
think it's because not a lot of people played the PSP. And so when I named it a Takeover, it was very minimal people got it. And I'm
Okay.
so happy that you got it. He was like, "Oh, that was a PSP version." Yeah, that was a PSP iteration of Fight for NY, which has some exclusive content to it. So I'm happy that you noticed that. All right, that you noticed that. And yes, the Def Jam games is definitely an inspiration. When it pertains to Battle Slam, we're bringing pro wrestling and the world of hip hop together, colliding, bringing them together, collaborating for a showcase event that's basically nothing you can ever experience on in wrestling, period, as a whole, on the independent level or on the major level.
Mm.
So it's something that I really liked as a child, growing up playing them games, and it just fits well together. It goes so well together. I think watching AEW this week, Rampage and Dynamite, you can see how well they can go together. So
Mhm.
um, So it's something I've been wanting to do ever since I was a kid, playing those games, coming up, you know, with a GameCube and PlayStation 2 and the Xbox and those generation of consoles. It's something I always wanted to do after I became a wrestler, and the time just came right at the right moment. And I was
Mhm.
able to do it, and so far it has been a tremendous success.
You've been asked enough, so I don't need to ask you if the next event is going to be called Icon. I'll let you handle that. But uh we still have this one to look forward to. Lil Scrappy, you promised repercussions, he rock bottomed you, he embarrassed you. But on a more, you're gonna get your chance to square off with him, but how does having a name like that, a talent like that, help your brand overall, like what you're trying to achieve with Battle Slam?
Yeah, like I said, there is going to be consequences and repercussions for his actions, and now that he has accepted the challenge, we will definitely be facing each other at Battle Slam to take over. So, um, this means a lot. This means a lot for the pro wrestling scene, and it means definitely a lot for the hip hop culture scene as well. Bringing these two entities together as one, when these two worlds collide, when Little Scrappy representing hip hop, and of course me myself, Baron Black representing pro wrestling, and we're finally going to square off, and it's going to be definitely a huge moment for both scenes, and definitely a huge moment for the city of Atlanta. A lot of people has been talking about this. It's been quite a bit of buzz about it, and
Mm.
I guarantee you, this match is going to be something to behold, because I don't know if he's ready, but I'm going to do this for every single wrestling fan that's been wanting to see if Lil Scrappy is really a head buster about what he say. We're gonna find out at Battle Slam Takeover. We're definitely gonna find
All right. All right. Looking forward to it. He was on Rampage this week. He was part of the rap battle, but uh, for as much attention as that got for what it was, I immediately thought of this event. So he's certainly doing his job, so to speak, in bringing some attention to the event. So obviously, definitely looking forward to that. You mentioned if people don't know, like Battle Slam is one thing you have going on. Obviously, Terminus is the other one. That's you and Jonathan Gresham. Uh, is there anything you can say about what's going on with Terminus right now? I know there's a lot of hearsay, speculation about uh, the the Twitter account got shut down for Terminus. Anything you maybe want to comment on as far as the immediate future, the long term future of Terminus?
that. Yeah, there's no comment I can make right now about those two situations. All I can say is expect Terminus news soon. That's really all I can say about those two situations. That's pretty much it.
Is there any match that you've had in recent months or just anything that really stands out as far as maybe it was a match that you thought you showed uh, that you were a complete wrestler, or just something that went right in the match? Anything that comes to mind that you'd maybe want fans to check out for the first time, or maybe a repeat view? Anything like that come to mind? maybe
Yeah,
little
I,
maybe little Scrappy wants to watch this one that you give me as a
I,
preview for the takeover.
man, he might want to watch as much film as he possibly can, because I've been doing this for over 10 years now. This is going to be his first time, so I definitely have the advantage in that, and I'm definitely going to exploit that. But yeah, I think any of my previous work on AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation, um, matches that right off the top of my head this year, when I wrestled Bandito at Terminus 1, Jay Lethal at Terminus 2, the matches I had at Battle Slam, when I wrestled Lee Moriarty, um, or, some independent matches I had with Chris Bay, which was back in February of this year, 2022, or even the classic that everybody
talks about still to this day when me versus Ray Phoenix from AEW Dark about a year ago. That's match is always in my mentions consistently. I had a lot of great ones on Dark, and that'll probably be the first match I would tell people if you haven't seen anything yet, check out that one first, and then check out the rest of them. I had a lot of great ones. JD Drake, Danny Limelight, QT Marshall, Matt Seidel. The list goes on and on. It's pretty much a lot of
Alright.
great ones.
Plenty of film for Little Scrappy to study. Battle Slam the Takeover. You guys will finally get to square off. He promised repercussions. He's gonna get it. Looking forward to that. Anything else you want to plug before we get out of here?
Make sure y'all check out the replay of Terminus 3. Look forward to more, surprise announcements for Battle Slam to take over. Check out the social media for Battle Slam. You know what I mean? Follow me on Twitter. And also, holla at your boy. We won. We got that first one win. So now we're gonna start a new streak.
There you go. I like it. A new streak. Congratulations again. Looking forward to Battle Slam. Thanks for taking the time, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.